is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to talk about a trade that not a lot of people talking about, and it's a trade that went under the radar a little bit because it wasn't any big names or any superstars or this game-changing trade when it was announced. But I will tell you guys, as the title say, but just in case y'all don't know what the trade is, the Bulls trade Justin Holiday to the Grizzlies for Marshon Brooks, Wayne Selden, and 2 second-round picks. Also, something else to add, the Memphis Grizzlies will send their own second-round picks in 19 and 2020. Those are the picks. That's the 2 second-rounders, so back-to-back drafts. They will send their second-round picks to the Chicago Bulls. And I don't really mind this trade for either team. Justin Holiday is a guy that's a solid player. He's not great. He's not amazing. But he's a guy that can handle the ball a little bit. He can shoot to spot up three. He's not the most efficient player because he's not a great finisher or a great mid-range player. But he's a guy that knows his role. And he knows how to do multiple things on just like the small little things on the court, like passing the ball extra and knocking down open shots when he can, getting out in transition. He do the little simple things. And Memphis, they needed somebody that was a wing and somebody that can create their own shot consistently. Marshon Brooks was a decent pickup for them considering his contract and the value he gave them. He shot 45% from the field, but he only shot 27% from three, and he didn't attempt that many, but he was only playing 13 minutes a game, and, he's 6'5", 200. He's a solid player, giving you 6 points a game. That's not that bad. And then when you look at Wayne Selden, he didn't even play 14 minutes a game, but he didn't shoot the ball that well from the field or from three either, but he never got consistent touches. And this is more of a dump. You dump 2 shooting guards for a guy that's a little bit taller than them, weighs less than them, I believe. Yeah, they're not as big guards. He's more, even Marshon Brooks weighs more than Justin Holiday. But Holiday is a more productive player in his role, and he's getting 34 minutes a game in the Bulls, and he wasn't really an amazing player for the Bulls, and he was a starter. He started 38 out of the 38 games that he was able to play, and he was still able to give them 11 points from the field, 11 points a game, but he shot 89 from the free throw line and 36% from three. He was able to get them 4 rebounds and 2 assists. I thought that this was a little desperate for the Memphis Grizzlies. I feel like they were just trying to find somebody right away, considering that they're out of the playoff picture. I think that this trade, to me, is not going to make that significant difference for them. I don't think that they had to really make this trade. I think they should just wait for a better option. Obviously, they were trying to get Kelly Oubre a couple last month, and it didn't really work out because they didn't want to give up Dillon Brooks. But they had to find something, and they feel like Justin Holiday was that missing thing that can get them to a better record. Like, they do have Kyle Anderson to play that decent playmaker / scorer at the small forward position. But at the end of the day, this trade was a little bit too much. I feel like they gave up too much for a guy like Justin Holiday, who is just a role player at best. You give up 2 second-round picks, you probably can find a Justin Holiday in the second round in a lot of drafts. If you really do scout and really evaluate talent. I'm not saying that they couldn't do it. I feel like they've been able to pick up solid players to help contribute. And the fact that Justin Holiday contract is expiring. So it's either they're going to let him walk or they get a chance to re-sign him for a decent deal because Justin Holiday doesn't require that much money. in general, just because at the end of the day, he's not a great player. He's not dominating the league. He's not doing really that much. But for you to give up 2 second-round picks for a player like Justin Holiday, you must really believe in him, or you was either real desperate. I wouldn't have did it. I understand that you had to give up Wayne Selden and Marshon Brooks, two solid rotation players, but they don't play defense like Justin Holiday. But at the end of the day, for you to give up two contract fillers and 2 second-round picks for a role player, I don't know if I could have had did that. Plus, you still got Garrett Temple, and Dylan Brooks. You still have two solid shooting guards already on your roster. Ain't like you was desperate for a shooting guard of size. You have Dylan Brooks at 6'6", and so is Garrett Temple, and they're better players to me than Justin Holiday. It could be me just sleeping on Justin Holiday. Like I said, he shot 38% from the field. He did give the Bulls 11 points in 11 minutes, and he has been one of their more consistent starters over the last 2 years. But he hasn't really been winning. Maybe that's what they want. If we can put him around Marcus Gasol and Mike Conley, maybe he can be a better player, because playing for the Bulls, you don't really have to guard that many people because they don't have enough good, productive players. They don't have enough scoring when Zach LaVine and somebody. They had a lot of injuries this year, is what I'm saying. So they had a lot of in and out of the lineup. And Justin Holiday was one of their more consistent players. But even if you look at his numbers last year, getting 31 minutes, he still shot 37% from the field. So he never was a great scorer or this amazing two-way player. He was always a solid starter at best. And I wouldn't even start him. Like, if you the Memphis Grizzlies in the West, you have to find somebody better than Justin Holiday. Like, I wouldn't be trying to require and use Justin Holiday to get me over the hump or depend on him. I don't think Justin Holiday has proved to be a dependable player offensively. And, that's the thing that I really don't understand, why you give up 2 second-round picks. I understand you got to match the salary, and you're still going to be under the luxury cap, but they could have got somebody better with the package that they gave up, and somebody that can even play the wing position, because Kyle Anderson is only limited of what he can do. And Chandler Parsons, we already know he's not dependable because he hasn't really been able to stay on the court. So I rather them get a wing player that's 6'7", 6'8", well, about 6'8", like a Kelly Oubre, but Kelly Oubre is inconsistent too scoring. So they didn't get Kelly Oubre, and they get somebody that's, to me, is worse than him, because Kelly Oubre can at least give you some three-point shooting to a decent level like Justin Holiday, but he's a better rebounder, and he can play the 2, the 3, and the 4 and guard those positions. He's inconsistent. He's not the greatest defender, but neither is Justin Holiday. They could have did better than this. And for them to be outside of the playoff picture and they got to go on a win streak to get back in, because San Antonio and LA has a couple games on them for them to make ground just to get back into the playoffs, you got to hit harder than this. And I know Memphis struggles to get players to stay and struggles to get players to come. And maybe that's why they did it, because Justin Holiday, they can offer him a decent amount of money since he's going to be a free agent. And if he can come in and he likes playing with Memphis, then maybe that will be the best player for them, because he might stay in Memphis compared to some other players that has better options. But I don't really know. I don't like to trade. I'm not going crazy over, and I think the Memphis Grizzlies gave up a little bit too much for a role player at best. And at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. They had to do something, and I feel like they went a little bit too desperate with this trade. But at the same time, the Grizzlies are 18-19. They still can make a run because it's about a couple months to go. And having Mike Conley and Marcus Gasol makes it easier on Justin Holiday, because they can create their own shot. Plus, they can space out the floor hitting threes, and they can create shots for a player like Justin Holiday. So he might fit a lot better because they have better players around him compared to Chicago, who's been injury riddled the last 2 years, and they really don't have, outside of Zach LaVine, a guy that can consistently create shots for himself and others. And Zach LaVine is not the greatest playmaker himself. But Mike Conley and Marcus Gasol can give him the floor space and can give him the ability to get easier shots compared to Chicago. And maybe that helps Justin Holiday have a better season and have a better fit with Memphis, because they do have two all-star caliber players compared to Chicago, and they do move the ball better and they do space out the floor better, and maybe that's why they had the feeling that Justin Holiday could be a solid player for them. They got underrated players like Kyle Anderson, like Javon Carter, and Justin Holiday is gonna fit that description, but you need to do more than this if you're trying to make the playoffs. Um, this is not going to cut it. And to give up 2 second-round picks for a player like Justin Holiday, to me, is a little bit too much. As I'm underrated Justin Holiday, as I'm overrated Justin Holiday, do you think that this was a bad trade? Do you think that they should have waited and got somebody better? Do you think they should have made this trade so they can get a player that they can get right now and just focus on making the playoffs? Or do you think that they're not going to make the playoffs anyway, and that this trade doesn't really make that much sense? And the fact that they can find a Justin Holiday type player in the second round, depending on what position they get, because obviously the NBA lottery didn't come out yet, so we don't really know. Right now, they're going to get a lottery pick, but they could have packaged that together and moved up in a draft. They could have packaged those picks together and got somebody better than just Justin Holiday. But if you feel like I'm sleeping on him, let me know. Is he just a role player? Can he be the perfect fit alongside Marc Gasol, Jaren Jackson, and Mike Conley? Or, is he just a guy that is a solid rotation player? I don't know what to think about this trade. I don't think it's that good. But check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for continuing to watch. Thanks for continuing to watch my older videos. I do NBA breakdowns, NBA free agent signing, NBA trades, the draft. I cover all things NBA, and I make a video every single day. And if you enjoy that, check out my older videos to get a sense of what the channel is about. And if you like it, subscribe. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for buying the merchandise. Thanks for liking it on Facebook. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about the trade in the comment section below.